get up and make it work.
Yo, if I could do it, then why can't you? Get up and make it work. Ain't no way that I'm sitting around. It's now or never, I'm picking it first. You can't tell me that I won't make it. Knew that I had the skills since birth. Grinding, came out the mud like Roddy. I had nobody, I came from dirt. Still came fuck up.
What's going on, traders? It's Ghost here. You guys know me as the founder of Ghostboard, the best options data platform for actionable data. But today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit more different, and that's Chainbox. So this is honestly a dream come true for me. It's a lot of years of hard work finally live now. And you guys have heard me talking about Chainbox for the last few months, but I've been working on this for over a year now, and I am really excited to bring this to you guys. So like I said, it's a dream come true. We've seen some crazy things in the financial markets over the last few years, and specifically in this last year when it comes to brokers. Unacceptable downtime from brokers like Robinhood, Webull, TOS, severely impacting the traders and their positions. We've seen the same rules limit traders, which are, coming from PDT, pattern day trading, and other rules which are just designed to keep small accounts small and keep them from growing as the broker just protects itself. And we've seen a massive change in the financial markets, from crypto pushing towards all-time high. We have metals pushing towards all-time highs. You guys have seen silver and gold both, and still these brokers are not adapting. You're still unable to trade gold, silver, and crypto on your traditional broker. So that's exactly why we're introducing Chainbox. It's going to be completely game-changing for the traders. One platform that doesn't limit you, and it is completely just game-changing. So I'm going to just explain some of the basic things in here. You guys have heard me talking about it in detail for the last few months. But in this video, I'm just going to be talking more about what Chainbox is, how it works in terms of leverage trading, and what you can expect from the platform. To access the broker, all you need is an email, and you just need to go over to chainbox.ai. Once you're on the landing page, you can read through all the details here on the front page, which will explain what exactly Chainbox is and how it works and the different perks of it. But all you need to do is go into the sign up button right here on the top right. Now, once you make it to the sign up page, all you need to do is assign a username to your account, an email, and a password, and then you can go ahead and register. You can also sign up on the platform through Google just by clicking this button down here. Now, once you sign up on the platform, you will see that you are logged into the Index Plus network, which I'll explain in just a second here, but we should be getting a pop-up here. But this is just a message that is required to be signed by you, just so we can enroll you onto the Chainbox platform. So just go ahead and click and sign and continue. Now, once you close the pop-up, you will see a set delegate button at the bottom right-hand side of your screen. You just want to go ahead and set the delegate so Chainbox can cover all your gas fees. Once this pop-up opens up, you just want to click approve, and this should close by itself as well. And there you go. You can hit all done once this is done. Now you're logged in and set up for the Index Plus platform. We do have two networks here, Index Plus and Core. I'll put up the differences between the two networks here, but by popularity, Index Plus has been taking the lead with over $25 million already traded on the network. So in this video, I'll just be talking about Chainbox in general and how leverage trading works. So that does apply to both the networks. I will do a more detailed video on the Core network in the future, but for this video, I'll stick to the Index Plus just because of the popularity and demand. Now, the first step is actually funding the Chainbox account. So if you click over to assets, you'll see I have $0 on the account right now, obviously as it is a new account. But you will see that there is a deposit button right under here. So click on deposit, and I'll insert a 30-second clip here on the video I made on how to actually deposit from any platform over to Chainbox. So just skip over the next 30 seconds if you've already deposited your funds or if you already understand this process. Just sent over the funds from Coinbase, and if I click on the assets tab, you can see it's updated here. So that's one thing that's game changing about the blockchain technology. So you can see I sent the funds, and within less than a minute, actually within 20 seconds, the funds should be settled on my Chainbox account, and they are ready to be traded. So when we compare this to traditional brokers, we know that it takes about a day just for the funds to settle into the account. And on top of that, if you have a different currency that you're trading from, you do need to currency exchange, and that's going to just cause more delays, more time that you have to wait for the funds to settle before you can trade with your own capital. So this is something that's absolutely game changing for traders. As soon as you deposit funds, you can trade them within less than 20 seconds. So you can see I just sent over $1,600 for demonstration purposes of this video, and I'll show you guys how this works on the platform. So first thing I want to address is the fear that's being pushed by traders when it comes to leverage trading. It makes no sense that I'm going on to X, I'm going on to Twitter, and I see people that have experience trading options. They're telling people not to trade with leverage. Don't trade with capital you don't have, which makes absolutely no sense. They don't realize that when they're trading options, it's a leverage instrument as well. It's only leverage against time, and that's why you're accessing more capital, you're accessing more volatility than you are putting in yourself. It's not the same thing as trading stocks directly, right? And that's why you are accessing a leveraged instrument. So it makes no sense for someone that trades options to be saying don't use leverage. It makes no sense, and it's honestly some of the dumbest things I've seen on X, and it's kind of embarrassing. I've seen it from some pretty big accounts on X, and it seems like they're just not taking a second to think about what they're saying. And the second main thing I want to address is the fear that's around going into debt when trading with leverage. Now, I just want to address this. If you have $1,600 on the account, just like I do, for example, you can only trade the max of $1,600. You cannot lose more than the amount you have on this account, and you cannot lose more than the amount you put into per trade. So, for example, if I only put $200 into a trade right now, the maximum I can lose is $200. I cannot go into debt. There is no margin call. We don't even ask you for a cell phone number on the platform. So there's nothing you need to worry about in terms of going into debt or losing more than the amount you allocate to your account and specifically the trade. It's completely different from margin trading. It's not the same thing. So you can see on the account I have $1,600. I cannot lose more than $1,600. And if I only put $200 into a trade right now, I cannot lose more than $200. It will not impact the rest of my account. Now that I have those two main things I wanted to clear up out the way, I will talk about exactly how leverage trading works. So let's switch over to an asset that people are more familiar with, which might make more sense. Let's go over to stocks and let's pick out, and let's just go into Nvidia, for example. So you can see Nvidia is currently priced at 190.56, and we want to place a trade, short side trade, for $250. Now, what this means basically at 100x leverage on our $250 capital allocated to this trade, that's going to give us access to $25,000 in position sizing. So at 190.56 per share, we're going to be accessing 131.2 shares of NVIDIA. Now, let's say on our short side trade, we are targeting this gap fill that's sitting at about 188.67. That's $1.89 from this current price on NVIDIA. So that's about a 1% move, but since we're trading this with 100x, that's a 100% return on our capital. Now, if I just put this into basic terms, we had 131.2 shares of NVIDIA. And if we multiply this by the $1.89 point move that we just had on NVIDIA to the downside, that would give us a return of approximately $247. Now let's cover what would happen if this trade moved against us. So if we set our stop loss at about this support and resistance level at 191.32 on NVIDIA, that would mean that from our entry point of 190.56, we got a 77-cent move in the opposite direction. Now, with our $25,000 in this trade, if we have 131.2 shares of NVIDIA and we get a 77-cent move to the opposite direction, that basically means we're going to be losing a total of around $100 on this trade, because 131.2 shares times 77 cents does result in $100. Now let's talk about liquidation. So you can see at the bottom here, the liquidation price is shown before you place any trades. And as you adjust the slider, your liquidation level does give you more wiggle room. So you can see at 20x leverage, liquidation price being at 199.95. So approximately at $200, I would be liquidated on this trade. Obviously, the higher leverage you use, the closer the liquidation level is. Now, let me explain what exactly liquidation is. So in the most basic terms, if your stock price hits the liquidation level point, the trade is going to be closed and any remaining collateral is going to be lost on the trades. For example, if we have $250 allocated to this trade at 20x leverage, the liquidation level being 199.95, that means that when the stock price of NVIDIA hits 199.95, this trade is going to be closed and the $250 are going to be lost. Now, at the time, obviously the $250 capital is not going to be $250 as you are moving in the opposite direction. So you are losing your capital as the price moves up anyways. And at the 199.95 price, whatever is left on the trade, even if it's $5, the trade is going to be closed and that remaining collateral is lost. Now, most platforms, they do charge you a liquidation fee. It can be $15 whenever you do get liquidated. But for Chainbox, there is no liquidation fee. So whenever that trade gets hit on the liquidation level, whenever stock price hits that liquidation point, the trade is just closed. There is no additional fee that's deducted from your account. That's one of the main things about Chainbox. Now, if you click on the assets drop down here, you can see there are a bunch of different categories that you can trade. Commodities tab has gold, silver, oil, copper. You can trade all these different commodities and metals. You can go into stocks, and we have a bunch of stocks that you can trade. We just added a bunch of new ones as well, and we do plan to continue adding more stocks as they are available to us. You can also trade Forex pairs here, indices such as SPX, NDX, which I know are very popular in the GoSport Discord. And you can also access a whole bunch of different crypto names and trade perpetual contracts directly on them. So I'm only going to pick up Bitcoin here. I'm going to open it up just because it's one of the only markets that are open on the weekend while I am recording this video. And I just want to place a demo trade on for you guys just for demonstration purposes. So let's switch this over, and I just want to show that you can also place a trade with just a single dollar if you want to try the platform out. If you want to just test it, you don't need to allocate, a crazy amount of money. When it comes to options and you want to just try it out, you do have to pay whatever the options is costing at the moment. So if the option price is going for $2, you do have to put $200 into the trade and just test out with it. But for Chainbox, you can trade as low as $1 here. So I'm gonna just put a long position on for $1 at current price 87511. And with 100x leverage, our liquidation level is going to be 86698. Obviously, it moves by a few dollars as the price moves as well. You can set your existing take profit point from here, stop loss as well. So let's set a stop of 50% on this trade, and let's go ahead and just execute the trade. So you can see I get a pop-up of initializing trade, and the trade was successfully open as well. So it's just going to take a second for everything to load up here, the details. And there we go. The position is now active for us to view. So you can see all the details here. And if you want to just confirm, you can just go into the assets tab and you can see only $1 is deducted from the account. No hidden fees here. Nothing crazy that the brokers are doing these days, but this is our position active right now. Obviously, I would love for this Bitcoin price to start moving up so I can show exactly how this correlates to the price. I did just share a hypothetical example on the video, so you guys can apply that to any setup that you want. I'm going to just go demonstrate how exactly I can close this trade as well. So if you want to close the trade, you just have to click the close button right here, and you actually get to pick exactly how much of the position you want to close. There is zero fee for closing the trade. So even if I want to split this trade up into 10 different trim spots, I can close at 10 different trim spots at whatever percentage I want without being charged any fee to close the trade. So let's go ahead and just close half the trade here, just for demo purposes. So you can see that the position was split in half. The position is still active. Now, as long as the price of Bitcoin stays above this liquidation level, I can hold this position indefinitely. So there is no time limitations. As you guys are familiar with options, you guys do understand that when you're trading against options or when you're trading against the data and all the Greeks, there is a time limit that you have for the position to make that move that you need in your favor. But that's not the case here when you're trading perpetuals. You do need to just get the move in your favor, but there is no time limit, right? Which is a huge benefit for traders that are able to nail the moves in the direction, but they just aren't really able to nail the timing on the position. And as we know, the volume has been pretty low across the markets, and that does impact the timing of these moves. It can take, a few days for anything to hit target. And when you're trading SPX, for example, on Chainbox, there is zero damage done to your position just because you're holding overnight. So that's one of the huge benefits that come with Chainbox, and you can just see the people trading on the Chainbox on the platform that are avoiding some of these things like PDT, data, time limits, time constraints, market hours, etc. You can see that they are gaining a huge advantage, and they're talking about the platform in such a passionate way that I've never seen them talk about a platform before. And that's including Ghostboard. I've seen people talk about Ghostboard super passionately. They see that it is an actionable data platform that's really helping them trade every single day. It's making a difference for them every single day. But what I'm seeing right now for Chainbox is mind blowing. The way the traders are understanding that this is a complete turnaround in the financial industry with the advanced technology that we have right now. And I'm just gonna let you guys know right now that this is just the beginning. We've already done some massive cash rewards for traders. They're winning over hundreds of dollars on just by trading from the platform early, by supporting the platform, which is how the broker industry should be going. We have brokers that are now doing some holiday giveaways, which is just a single one-time thing, and people are winning about $2, which is absolutely insane that you support a platform for years through multiple days of downtime and multiple controversial topics that I'm not even going to get into in this video. But to give out $2 to these traders, to these supporters, is just mind-blowing to me. But this is just the beginning of Chainbox. It's only been 3 weeks, and we've done some incredible things. Like I said, over $25 million transacted on the platform already, and I can only just see this getting bigger and crazier. But thank you to all the people that have been supporting, and like I said, it's only going to be getting bigger, and I can only imagine what's going to be coming out of this and what it means for actual traders like myself. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I'll let you know now some of the key things that are coming in 2026 that I'm really excited for a broker. So as you guys know, on any traditional broker, you're not able to copy trade any bots. You're not able to copy trade any, active traders that you might want to copy trade. But that's completely changing here at Chainbox in 2026. So going into the new year, we are going to be adding a feature where you can copy trade bots and real traders that are verified through the platform by allocating an X amount of dollars you want to the copy trading program. So what that means is for traders like myself, or say for example Vijaya, If he sees a setup on gold and you are set up or you're enrolled into his copy trading program, you will automatically copy trade whatever trades he places on the gold setup, for example. Now, we also plan to introduce bots, so that's something like the strat bot. Basically, just triggers whenever a daily insight bar breaks out or daily insight bar breaks down, and it's going to just be automatically trading for us. So this is going to be something that you can just allocate X amount of dollars into to copy trade from the program, and it will just automatically execute these trades on Chainbox without you even having to open the platform. This is completely game changing. No traditional broker has done this. They have never offered any features like this that can really give their users or traders an advantage or an edge. And it's one of the few things that I'm really, really excited to introduce in 2026, along with a bunch of other things that are in the pipelines right now. So if you have not already registered on Chainbox, if you haven't tried out the platform yet, don't take my word for it. Take the people that are already trading on the platform. I haven't paid them to say anything. They are just supporting the platform, they're liking the platform, and they're being rewarded for it just by the platform itself. And that's something that's going to be happening every single month. So if you want to see their input, if you want to see their testimonials, go into the Chainbox Discord. You can just read through the messages and you can see the way people are talking about Chainbox and how it is definitely revolutionizing the trading industry. Like I said, guys, this is just a start. I know a lot of people have been asking me to clear up what leverage trading is, how it works, how the platform works. So I just wanted to make this short video. I hope this really helps, but I will be making a lot more detailed videos in the future. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to them as soon as possible. But Chainbox is here to stay, and it is here to disrupt the industry in 2026. And I do want to thank everyone again for their support, even the people that are just watching this video, getting familiar with the platform. Thanks for watching the video. I can't wait to share exactly the progress that we make this year on Chainbox. So I'll catch up with you guys in the channels on the next video as well. But in the meantime, stay safe and enjoy the New Year's.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And there's an amazing amount going on.
Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along.
New and innovative for the first time that actually has real value.